Hello! Ah, gosh. My throat. Hello, everyone! I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 27, day 6, almost the end of Tower of Doom, which means season 5, right around the corner. Main thing that we got going on today is the Mask-Supial is available. This is actually the first time ever that it has been available for gemming, as far as getting the troop max. This is the first time it ever came out. It came out not as a pet event, but as a single free pet to everyone at the time. However, this is the first time you can actually get it max. So any of you who are interested in doing so, it's not really worth doing so. However, it will only occur ever so rarely. Probably won't be back again until summer of next year or summer 2 years from now. So if you want to get it max, what kingdom is it even for? Probably nothing too relevant. It's for it is for the kingdom of Divining Fields. I'm pretty sure Divining Fields already has enough maxed out minions or pets. Let's go double check though. We have 2 max currently. This one can be max, so yeah, we really don't need another. None of these are the faction pet either. Yeah, none of these. Yeah, you wouldn't. Wait, never mind. Wild Court is. Hold up. Yeah, Wild Court's faction pet. But it has faction, it has the horse, and it has the Pegasus. So it has 3 easy 20s. So yeah, you probably don't need this thing upgraded then. Probably. We don't know for sure yet though. But it has 3 level 20s that are accessible currently. So not too bad. Obviously one of those we don't have currently there, but that's not too big a deal. It will be by the time that's relevant for Divining Fields. I don't think you need it till like, what, 20-something stars? 22, 3? Somewhere around there. It's at 17 right now and already has a faction. It's going to be some time before it gets there. And by some time, I mean like a year or 2. We got plenty of time. Anyways. Let's actually start with the pet just so we don't forget to go grab it. Definitely do not want to forget to get this thing, especially if you have 0 copies of it, since it's a brand new pet. We're not going to be throwing gems at it though. If you do want to get it max, it costs a little over 2,000 gems to get it max. It's not a horrible one to do so. Oddly enough, rather ironically, the cosmetic pets are actually the best ones to upgrade. Not because the cosmetic pets do anything, but because the cosmetic pets rotate so rarely that there's actually good value in upgrading them in the current state of the game. Just because they pretty much never come around. But anyways, hello everyone! Hope all of you have been having a wonderful weekend. Hello Easy. Hello Hong. Hello Isabel. Hello Bill. Hello Imperial. Hello Rogue. Hello John. Hello rednaZ. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've finally been feeling better from the shot, luckily. Don't need to deal with that anymore. Let's see, I'll take that over. We still never did the dragon video. I need to do that tomorrow. For sure. Dragon's still available in the event queue drop table. Rest of today and all of tomorrow. Still available. Then it won't be available for about a month. I already got both shots. We got the other shot on Wednesday. The second one. Fully vaccinated now. Just in time for traveling. Because I already have travel plans this summer. One of the main reasons I got it. Also, I'm very surprised we have not gotten a single Inferno King revive yet. This is the set of battles where he revives like 20,000 times normally. Well, we gotten very lucky this time. He's in almost every battle with a 25% chance. And he hasn't done it a single time yet. Until I jinx it right now. Until we immediately jinx it. Nope. Oh, it might be able to get through a full cycle with not a single Inferno King revive. That is very rare. Where's the last of our mana? We're so close. If only I had Bronze Lock Pistol instead. There are some instances where it's better than this. Nope. Oh, no. Oh, wait. That wasn't the Inferno King. Technically, that was 0 Inferno King revives. Though that just is annoying. But there we go. That's why we have Withering Staff. Really good at cleaning up those revives. How many copies did we get? Only 1. Very unfortunate. Should we go max him? It takes so much to max these things. We haven't ever done one before, though. We did it a little bit for the Mimic when it first came out. It's just so expensive to do. Each basket has a chance of being it, but very likely you will not get it. So you're getting most of them off the guarantee pets. And the guarantee pets come out to basically 1 per as far as gems to pets ratio. And then you just hope you get lucky on baskets. If you get absolutely no luck whatsoever, I think it's almost 3,000 gems. So you're generally going to be getting some amount of them off the baskets. To up or not to up? I don't think it's worth it. We have so much surplus of gems, I almost feel tempted. But you know they're going to add another mechanic in the next year that's going to sink like 1,000 billion gems. I was like saying 1,000 like it's a big number. It's like, wait. 1,000's not a lot of gems. Should we up it? I feel tempted to. For some of the cosmetic pets that start coming out. It's because we're starting to get really high on stars. And we don't really know. We'll do it for once. Let's see how many it takes. We're actually going to do it for once. We're going to... This actually be the first time we max a pet on stream. At least via this method. We'll do it. Let's see how lucky we get. Okay, no pet. Oh yeah, let's keep track of how many gems we spend. So this is 75. No pets. This is 175. Good, we got an extra pet. This is 375. Got an extra pet. 675. Got an extra pet. What did I just say? 675? So that's 1,075. Got none. And now it's an extra 100 here, 4th. So what is that? 1,075. Oh, calculator, why aren't you typing? Or the thingy? Let's see, 1,075. And then every time we click this is 100. Let's see, how many copies do we have? We need 16 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this could be hard to count because I'm trying to keep track of both things. Let me just keep this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, where are all the spares? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 1,475 gems. So yeah, pretty much a faction. Which is what we said in the past. Is that it costs about 1 faction, give or take, depending on luck or not luck. But yeah, it took us 2,475 gems, if I counted that correctly. But now it's maxed. And for it, we get nothing. His pet's just maxed now. However, it's a very annoying to max pet is now maxed. Oh, there we go. Is that worth doing? Not really, unless you have more gems than you know what to do with. Oh, there we go. Another level 20 pet. Yep, 2,475. Which is basically 1 faction worth of gems. If you want to immediately max a faction instantly. Which is normally why it's better just to immediately max a faction instantly. Oh, we got 15 gems back. Technically, it costs 24,600. Or 24,000, or 2,460, I mean. Oh, there we go. Anyways, pet is now maxed. And let's go clear out the other dailies real quick. I'll probably do token grinding. And we do Imperials today with some magics, which are the better one. So overall, pretty good adventure board, even though we're only getting 10 gems off the other thing. We're actually going to use the super quick kill team just because for a lot of these battles we can get away with it, so we might as well get away with it. How many gems did you spend for that pet? 2,475 to get it maxed, which is about the average. It's pretty much dead center average. Because it normally takes around 2,000 to 3,000. So we pretty much hit the exact average of how much it costs to max a pet. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. But that cosmetic pet isn't in rotations. So that's literally the only way to get it maxed. Not really that worth doing, but oh well. We might need it for the kingdom at some point. Though I'm pretty sure I'll get another pet by then. If nothing else, it's one less pet we need to worry about maxing later. Because even if we need a max pet for Divinian Fields, that other one might not have been 220 yet, since it's still at Epic. By then, would still be at Legend and might not be maxed yet. But now we do have a max one. I wonder if there's anyone that has every cosmetic pet maxed yet. It takes a lot of gems, since each one averages around that much, 2,500 gems each to max. And start adding up pretty quick. Alright, now we gotta use a real team. To the Phoenicia. And now we can pretty much token grind once we clear out this in dungeons. Since we have finished out literally every other thing we could possibly do already. We finished out Tower of Doom. We finished out raids. And that's it. That's the only things going on this week. And of course we already got the new legends. Do I have a tier of delves based on how easy it is to do pure faction with no potions? We never made a list as far as what the easiest are, down to the hardest. Generally speaking, anything that has summon or insta-kill are the easiest, and anything that doesn't is the hardest. The next easiest ones are the ones that have like AoE or infinite loops, like the Truffle one, the Beatrix one, as well as any of them that have a really good AoE option. And then everything else is pretty much at the lower section. Like anything that has true damage is really annoying. Anything that has reduction in their amount of damage that they take, like Hall of Guardians, is super annoying. But if it has Revive, or it has a good AoE, or it has insta-kill, any of those three mechanics, it's an easy faction. Or at least there's a way to win it without potions. Spicy chicken burritos from Taco Bell, nice. I haven't had Taco Bell for a while. Pretty much since we got it for that one stream like 2 months ago, I still haven't eaten any. Been trying to limit fast food. Been doing pretty good at it. Not having fast food for a year made it a lot easier to not keep eating fast food. That is for sure. And even though I did start eating it again as of a few months ago, it has been way less than before, that's for sure. What am I looking for here? I am looking for Explore 12, so we can go do some token grinding. We got really lucky last night. We got a double Nisha with an Arania. Very good luck. Hopefully we can get that lucky again. If only we could get that lucky every night. We could actually upgrade mythics if we did. Currently it feels like we could do like one mythic upgrade a year. Which isn't really too big a deal since it's not really that mandatory to upgrade them. But the extra stats are helpful. I know, we have to do our food tour more. Oh, I need to think of if there's any fast food place in Chicago that wouldn't be in my area. There might be. If nothing else, maybe I need to try Chicago pizza again. Or whatever they call that. That's not actually pizza. But that thing that looks kind of somewhat not like a pizza, but isn't pizza. That they call pizza, even though it isn't pizza. Let's see, we'll take that over. Revered pet, if I'm not mistaken, is the only pet in the game now that Mask-Supial is upgradable. It was Mask-Supial and that pet, but now it's just that pet. The Revered pet is literally the only pet in the game, if not mistaken now. that is quite literally impossible to max. There's some that kind of are, in the sense that I don't think they've ever had an event beyond their very, very first one, though theoretically they still would have been maxable. Like, for example, the 5-year anniversary cupcake on all platforms, I don't believe has ever come back again, and a few others like that. But, or then again, did we have it this year? I can't remember. But, yeah, the Revered pet's a weird one, because you only ever get one copy of it, and you get it for hitting max Revered. And there's no event ever for it. And when you get the copy of it, they only give you one copy and not 31. So it's impossible to max, because the only instance you ever get it, you only get one copy. And it never has a pet event, because it's a special one that you get only when you hit max Revere. But instead of giving you 31 copies, they only give you one copy. Which doesn't really make much sense. They should give you 31 copies, since there's only one time you ever hit it. Not sure if they'll ever adjust that. It's actually the only pet in the entire game, if I'm not mistaken, that cannot be maxed. It is quite literally impossible to do so, because it doesn't even show up in $5 offers, since you only ever get it for hitting max Revered. It's actually one of the harder pets to get in the entire game. That can still be done at any point, though. It's not like time locked or anything. But you only get one copy when you get it. If you get reported and claw your way back, would it give you another pet? No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it only hands out those rewards once. So even if you dip down and go back up, you don't get the reward again. I'm pretty sure it has a check to make sure you only get it once. However, I am not 100% certain on that, but I am pretty sure you can only claim each of those rewards once. Because one of them was pretty good, wasn't it? Like 5 gem keys every single time you move up. So if you could constantly keep moving up and down, you would get so many gem keys. But I'm pretty sure you can only claim them once, ever. Not sure if anyone has tested that. We'd have to find someone who's somehow managed to get their reputation down. It is nearly impossible to actually get it down. There's so many ways to get it up. I don't know, skull. Look, there's so much red that should just kill. All of the red. Or give you copies as you get revered. That'd be a little annoying because it would get in the way of the rewards. And eventually it would become useless. Like if once a week as you're revered you get like a copy of the pet. But then that would take forever, and then it would be useless once you actually finally have it maxed. I guess it wouldn't be useless, it would be one pet food. But that's still pretty useless. Compared to what it's giving now. Max Revere actually is pretty decent loot. It's, that's not where it is. Somewhere's in one of these menus. Calendar. Max Revered is 3 gem keys and 20,000 gold per week. It's not like super huge, but definitely adds up. Simplest way for them to fix it is just give everyone who has it 30 more copies, though. Nice and simple. And obviously change it so all future people will get 31 from it. They did it correctly for the shop pets, if nothing else. The few money-only pets, they give you enough copies to instantly get it maxed. Which actually ends up making Adana one of the easiest kingdoms in the entire game to max. Because the $50 pets on Steam, Android, and Xbox are all Adana, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure the two PC mobile ones are Adana. I think I have like 4 or 5 max Adana pets now because of it. And I don't even think Dana has a faction yet, which would give us another one. I know, I was going to say, he's about to poke us. But luckily we got the extra turn there. Yeah, how many Adana pets do we have max? Today's pet day, apparently. Quite literally, because we actually do have a pet active. Yes, we have 4 max Adana pets. About to get a 5th. And we're going to have a 6th once we get a faction, because I don't believe this place has a faction yet. Oh wait, Tinkertown, never mind, it does have a faction. Scratch that, it does. But still, we have 4 max pets. About to have a 5th. Because the Steam pet, Android pet, the faction pets, some of the random Adana pets, and then the mech bonus pet. Which obviously we don't have maxed yet. Hey, Gnome. It's not a vault weekend. What are you doing? You know you're going to give us nothing of value because it's not a vault weekend. Though it did give us an epic vault key the last weekend, so who knows? Maybe we'll do it again. We have gotten one singular epic vault key when it wasn't an event. Chance for it's absurdly low. But not impossible. Oops, what am I doing? We already have the win condition. Anything that's a key, please. That is not a key. Hey, let me go ahead and add a code. I still haven't added the code yet for the stream. Let me go do that. If anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Since this will probably be a pretty chill stream, since we pretty much have everything done for the week. That needs to be done, so it's pretty much just farming. Well, let me go get you guys the code. One moment. I don't think I have it open. It's buried somewhere here. There it is. Grab that, click save. Put this over in the code section. Put that over there, put that over there. Click redeem. Refresh the whole thing so I get the link. And where's my stream? There it is. And there goes go. There is the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com if the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over here in the bottom left corner is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers in there, starting with QT. And it gives the same rewards as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold when usable on PC mobile version of the game. Ridiculous, go. Enjoy. No, there's currently like 5 or 6 kingdoms that don't have a delve. The full list are the following. We already have them all upgraded. Though it is one of them. Though it's not the only one. I know Broken Spire is another. Forget the full list, but here it is. Oh yeah, Murgrim Woods. I don't think that one got one yet. That should be the next one, actually. Oh wait, never mind. Did we just have the one from Murgrim Woods? Never mind. Duh, that was the most recent one. But yeah, Pride Lands is next, then Golvania. The next 3 we don't have order of. However, Dragon's Claw, Blackhawk, Broken Spire. So there's 5. And we only know the date of 2 of them. And these 3 could be in any order. But Pride Lands, Golvania, Dragon's Claw, Blackhawk, and Broken Spire are the only 5 kingdoms currently within the game that do not have a faction. But they should by the end of this year. With the next one on June 11th, the exact day I'm leaving, which is an awful date for that to occur. And July 23rd. And we don't know when those 3 will be. Other than soon TM, definitely by the end of the year. Yeah, it's interesting to see what they do once they do all come in. If we're going to start getting more kingdoms or some kind of new system. Or what exactly they have planned. Well, technically there were 14 First Kingdoms. Or Broken Spire is the kingdom you start in, so theoretically, yes, it's considered the First Kingdom. Though the game launched with 14 kingdoms. Or was it 15? I can't remember. Can't remember if Stormheim was the 15th or 16th. Because the game was originally supposed to launch with Stormheim, but then they didn't. It came in like a few months after. Oh yeah, it was 14. Yeah, Stormheim was the 15th then. So Stormheim is technically the first new kingdom ever added to the game. Even though I'm pretty sure it was supposed to launch with it, but didn't make the cut. Because there isn't a lot of the promotional art for the game. But it wasn't actually in the game when it launched. So they kind of do that for all updates these days. Where every update has stuff that isn't in the game yet, but will be in the game very soon. Oh no, killed hero. And we killed him back. We don't know yet if they're going to bring in a new world necessarily after Delves. We might have a different plan. Something's definitely happening. What exactly? We'll just have to wait and see. Next patch we know is gnome related. Which might finally bring the Vault Kingdom to the game. Which would be the first non-kingdom kingdom in the game. Or it'll probably have special properties. It'll still be considered a kingdom, but we'll have special properties that make it different than every other kingdom. In some way. Be interesting if we start getting a lot of those. There's quite a few typings within the game that they can do that for. Primal, Guardians, Apocalypse, and Vault. There might be another one I'm forgetting. But those four are things that technically are kingdoms that aren't actually kingdoms. Like they have their own kingdom tab, but they don't actually have a physical kingdom location. So they might become unique kingdoms that have completely different properties than a normal kingdom. Yeah, they really need to update Puzzle Quest 3. Theoretically, we have had one update, though it was literally all bug fixes, so it wasn't much of an update. And that update was like 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago. They've been updating the game very slowly. Which makes it kind of hard to give feedback on the game when there's nothing changing. I think Elemental class will be given to a normal kingdom, and not to Primal Kingdom. However, if all those were to get their own class, that would be the perfect one to give to it, an Elemental one, since every Primal is Elemental. It would also be good to give Construct to the Guardians, because every Guardian is a Construct. I don't think they'll do it that way. However, it could technically work, because those are two of the ones that are missing. Construct for the Guardians and Elemental for the Primals. I'm pretty sure they're going to get actual kingdoms though, and not those. Like, those might become kingdoms, but I don't think that's going to be how they hand out the hero classes, so who knows, maybe they will. If that is the case, next patch we might be getting the gnome hero. It'll run away from battle. Like pretty much every gnome, that'd be funny. The hero just flees from battle. Because hello, Logic Sayer, welcome. Well, that's how it is now. Vault keys are the only way to get Vault troops. It's also the only way to get those special new troops they've been adding during seasons. Like Heart of Rage and the Sun. And the Emperor, though keep in mind Emperor's not in the drop table for another 4 weeks or so. By next Vault event it definitely will be in the drop table. So if in doubt, just wait till next Vault weekend. Which is a while from now since we just had one. It's like a little over a month. Actually, do we know the exact date of next Vault weekend? We might. Next Vault weekend is on the date of June 25th. Okay, that's right after my break. Yay, we won't miss Vault. Because I'm getting back on the 20th, I think. I need to check the dates. I think it's 20th. But yeah, that's the weekend after. Perfect. Hey, for once I don't leave during a Vault weekend. I know in 2019 that was really, really bad. Like, literally any time I planned anything that entire year, between the hurricanes and any actual plans I had, every single time it was during a Vault weekend. Literally the entire year. I think I only participated in half the Vault weekends. Because I just kept getting extremely bad luck with when they happened. A gnome class theoretically wouldn't be horrible if we actually got a couple gnomes that weren't horrible as well. Because Cedric technically isn't useless. We just need a couple other ones that also weren't completely useless and we'd be good to go. Is Mythic Gear a thing in Puzzle Quest 3? Yes and no. Yes, it is, though literally no one has any because I'm pretty sure it's impossible to get it from the drop table. And it requires so many glyphs that it is realistically impossible because you'd want to upgrade your followers first. I'm pretty sure there are 0 total people with a single mythic piece of gear in Puzzle Quest 3 currently. It is possible, though realistically no one is ever really going to be doing it. Legends are basically going to be the mythics, just because almost no one's going to own mythics. Unless they really rescale how it works. Do I think gold keys will ever be reworked to get Vault troops? I don't think they will. Though I do wish they had a better way of getting gnomes. It's the only bad thing about that insanely good patch we got last year that ended up buffing Vault keys like crazy. Is one thing we were kind of hoping they would do, or at least I was hoping they would do, is finally fix the whole issue where gnomes drop at such a ridiculously low rate, the common ones. However, that was one thing that patch did not address. Which is quite unfortunate because now it's still an issue. They fixed so many other things with that patch and made Vault so much better. Not like they weren't already amazing, but they made it even better. And then the pity keys and everything, because that was the patch they came in. But they did not fix the commons. It is still near impossible to max those commons, unless you waste a major blue on each one, which almost no one does. Especially now that they're required for upgrades. And by upgrades, I mean the Doom troops. Oh, double Anu. Nice. Double Nisha last night, double Anu tonight. Why can't that be every weekend? Make out with all the tokens. Oh yeah, the amount of vault keys you need to max every common, though no one's going to do it that way. You're going to have to use some amount of blues. But even to use a small blue instead of having to use a major blue, I think you have to open somewhere around like 2,000 to 3,000 vault keys, which in the current state of the game is a little bit more doable now that vault events just shower you with even more keys than they ever had before. But still a pretty absurd amount. I think I average about 20 vault keys per month. If you also average the vault events within everything. Or, you know, the ones that you get from absolutely everything, including the ones from vault events. I think it comes out to about 20 per month or so. Though it depends how much you farm the vault event, of course, because that makes up like 80% of the vault keys you get. Or even more, depending on how much you farm it. Hello, Mushy! Welcome. Hey, we got a treasure map from that battle. How wonderful. If only there was a way to auto-claim the loot from it. Could you imagine if there was an option to do that? How much loot we would just get showered with instantly? They would never do that. However, the amount of time it would take to use them is pretty absurd. We've calculated out many times. I actually have no clue what it is currently. It's almost scary looking at the number. So you can do realistically about 55 maps per hour. Technically 60, but realistically 55. So if we break this down, technically you can do even more than 60, but realistically, if you're doing maps for that long, you're doing about 55 per hour. Even though it's technically possible to do slightly quicker. So if we take that number and divide that by 55, we're getting a number of 451 hours to use all those maps. However, in doing so, we would leave with about 25,000 gems. But it would take an absurd amount of time. It would take so much time that we'd have to do treasure maps for about an hour and a half every day for an entire year in order to use them all. Plus the ones that we would get across that time. But I should also include that. But yeah, it would take about a year and a half. Or sorry, it would take a year of doing them, hour and a half per day. To use that many maps. The only treasure map daily stream. On top of our nightly stream, we now have the daily treasure map hunt. Where for 90 minutes a day, we do nothing but treasure map. That would get tiring after the first month. Probably after the first week. It's like, what's your New Year's resolution for 2022? We're going to go use 25,000 maps. However, if they do actually legitimately buff maps and make it enticing enough that opening upwards of 25,000 maps might actually be tempting, we will go open 25,000 maps. Though it will take over a year, obviously, unless they somehow magically get quicker. But I will open every one of those maps, if and only if they buff maps. If they finally do the map update and then it does almost nothing to them, or literally nothing to them, we're not using them, ever. But if they actually buff them in a way that actually makes them worthwhile, we might do them. It's gonna take forever though. Oh, what was your above comment? Oh, you were busy enrolling in art school. Nice. I hope that ends up going over well. Oh, thank you, Isabel. Yeah, I haven't actually checked Animal Crossing for almost a month now. Since that last event at the beginning of May. So I guess it's been 3 weeks then. But yeah, thank you for that, because I actually don't have the art one yet, because I haven't done it. I need to go do it. I think it goes for the rest of this month. I should probably go do it a couple times. It's pretty quick. I think it takes like 10 minutes, not even. And you can do it literally every day for its duration. I still never did get that final goal over yet. I'm not sure how many more I need. I have like 20 something. You need 30 for Golden Shovel. Which is so annoying because he only pops up once randomly every 2 weeks. And you have no way of knowing what day it'll be. So you have to check literally every day to know. It's literally the hardest thing in the entire game to do without time travel. Once we get it, we could pretty much like never need to check the game daily ever again. Unless there's like a special event going on. Curious if E3 will announce anything for Animal Crossing. Also, I don't think the yearly sale numbers came out for it yet. I'm actually really curious where it is. Because I'm pretty sure it cracked top 10 best-selling games of all time. Not on a Nintendo console, but literally in the history of all of gaming. And that's not even with the updated figures yet. Yeah, that game sold absurd. I'm really, really curious to see if Sims 5 adopts the Animal Crossing method. Where it becomes basically a live service Sims. In a sense. But with 1 billion microtransactions because it's EA. So you know there's going to be 1.5 billion microtransactions. There's already rumors there's going to be a lot more social elements on it. And they might literally just copy-paste Animal Crossing. Obviously in a Sims fashion, though. Because the format just works so well. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Oh, that's not an extra turn anymore. It was before that cascade happened. Yeah, I wish I was good at drawing. I've tried. I am just horrifically bad. I draw at like a first grade level. Pretty much. I've been trying to get better at writing. Not sure if that would be anything I would ever go back to school for, though. It's a lot harder to make more money from writing. Like, making money from writing is easy. Making more money from writing is hard. Because realistically, to do that, you'd have to write, like, a really ridiculously good novel. Or something similar. And that's really hit or miss if those would even do good. Because you would need a lot of name recognition. And the book to not be horrible. Novels just have such a higher upfront expense, as well as a time investment. Do I write? Yes. Not as much recently, though. And mostly freelance stuff. Like, I've never gotten into, like, novels or anything like that yet. That is something I probably will do later in life at some point. It's just such a very annoying process. Once you do it a couple times, it won't be as bad. But the initial time and the initial few times are going to be very annoying. Especially the very first one. I write a little bit of everything. Though if I was to ever get into it really seriously, it would definitely be more towards sci-fi, dystopian, stuff like that. As far as genre. What do we even go for here? We got the destroy there. And I should just kill it out. Hey, Anisha! Wow, we're doing absurd on Nishas this weekend. We got a Nisha and a double Anu tonight. We got a double Nisha yesterday. We're doing pretty good. The new George Orwell. We're never going to get anywhere near that popular. Though if I ever did start writing seriously, I probably would do it under my real name. Because it's kind of funny, because my real name's actually less known than my fake name. The real one's actually the more secretive one these days. Which is kind of funny. Have I read the Magic the Gathering books? No. It's one of the reasons I haven't really gotten too much into writing novels and such. I actually don't read novels. I have read like maybe 5 books ever in my entire life from beginning to end. Very slow reader. I'm not a fan of reading. I like writing but hate reading. It's a weird combination. This slightly has to do with my eyesight, though. Because you don't need a C to write. But you do need a C to read. Unless you're reading visual novel, or not visual novel, but you know, audiobooks, I mean. Because you don't need your eyes to write at all. Since you don't need to look at the keyboard. As long as you don't mistype, you know exactly what you wrote. Yes, you would need to read what you wrote at some point, obviously. But during the writing process, you don't really need to. When you're doing first drafts or anything like that. And any freelance writing has been short enough that it's not really that big a deal to read it. Because you can normally get it down in a single session. Since obviously most stuff like that isn't as long. At least relative to a novel anyways. Sometimes it can still be a couple 10,000s of words. The novel's normally much longer, obviously. Plus they require a lot more editing. And adjustments. And planning. DS. Yeah, a lot of people actually think my name is Tacit. Because I just always go by the name these days. Like, even my friends just call me Tacit at this point. Like, other than family, there's almost no one who doesn't call me Tacit. I know, that's sad to hear, John. It's one of the reasons I wanted to wait before I really got into writing, too. Once you have more life experience, there's a lot more to grab from, for sure. What does the name come from? Tacit came from when I was in high school. I used to compete in, I used to play percussion. Like a bunch of drums, mallets, other various instruments under the percussion category. And I used to do solo competitions specifically for mallets. And one of the parts of those competition things that you do when you get tested individually is a slight vocabulary section that they had. And during the time I was studying more for like actual school stuff and not the music thing, because it was just a side curricular activity for me essentially. And one of the terms on it was tacit, which basically just means silence. And it was literally the only thing I got wrong during the entire examination. Like pretty much everything else was flawless. And that was like the only thing I got wrong. And then it basically became a joke within the bands that I got it wrong, so basically indirectly became my name because I always was so quiet, introverted, still am. And yeah, that's pretty much how that came to be. That is how it came to be. And I've just been using it since. Oh, what about the other part? That one doesn't really have a fun origin story. That one does not. Isabel. The terror is the fluffy animals. That's funny. It does technically have an origin story, just too complicated to discuss right now. It's a very long story, that one. I don't think I've ever explained it a single time on the channel. Just because it's very complicated to try to explain during a single stream when I don't preemptively plan for it. It's a lot more convoluted of an origin story. We will eventually mention it. How about during the next Fall Guys? No. Also, Fall Guys is getting a Tron crossover on Monday. Unfortunately, they paywalled 3 of them behind $5, but that's not going to stop me. Hasn't stopped us yet. Hey, it costs more to watch the Tron movie. Might as well get the skins. What was that most recent one? That's the only time I remember Tron. Was it from anything else? That was back in, like, what, 2014? I want to say. I can't remember when it was. The summer's around there. Let me go check almighty Google. How do I not have a single Google tab open? Tron movie. 2010. 11 years ago. Let's see, we'll throw that down. I read chat. No one said the date though. John. I mean DS, I mean. That's funny, but no. Yeah, I don't know too much about the series. I just know that the skins look cool. And that I've seen the 2010 movie. I was gonna say, because when they were showing them on Twitter, I was like, oh, those are really cool skins. They're actually gonna be available for free, and then like the next day they're like, DLC, 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 for like almost all of them, and then it's like, oh, they're not free. That would explain why the skins look so good. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Has any codes been sent out? Yes, but I'm pretty sure it's used up already. So you can check though. I'm pretty sure it's already depleted. We handed out quite a while ago. That was before we hit our single Nisha and double Anu. It was so long ago. We got pretty lucky this stream. Last 2 streams. Hopefully I keep getting lucky all weekend. Pretty good token streak so far. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, we'll probably call it a wrap after this next chest. And then tomorrow night we'll go over all the weekly spoilers. Tomorrow afternoon we should hopefully have the video going over the new dragon by then. We've gone over a bit over streams, but I haven't done a video for it yet. Other than briefly going over on Monday, of course. But we'll have a video going over those teams. Tomorrow, last day you can get it in event keys, at least for a month. Won't be back again until late June. Oh, excuse me. Until late June. How does one get Leprechaun as beginner? Pure luck. 100% pure, unadulterated luck. It's in the Glory Gem Guild and those chests. Glory Gem Guild and Guild chests can randomly drop a gnome. Or a Leprechaun, I mean. There's no way to target him, though. There are some low rarity things that you can get automatically just from leveling up the kingdom, but if I'm not mistaken, Bright Forest is not one of them that gives the correct one. A couple of them does, like for example, you can get Apothecary from upgrading Kazale, which is a pretty good early game troop. However, not every single one gives all of their best early game options. I believe that is one of them that unfortunately does not. I'll go double check though. I'm pretty sure just pure luck off of Glory Keys, Gem Keys, and Guild Keys. What I'm looking for, Bright Forest. Where on earth is Bright Forest these days? Not like it ever moves. That's not what I wanted. Where is Power? That's also not what I want. Where is level? Let's see. Leprechaun. Leprechaun. Nope. 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 Yeah, you don't get Leprechaun for free. It's pure RNG. It's low enough rarity that wouldn't be too bad. Rowan you do get for free. Rowan's for free from Forest of Thorns, is completing out the questline. There's quite a few lower rarity ones that can be free as well. Like as I was mentioning, Kazale gets Apothecary for free at level 4. And that's a pretty useful troop to have. Unfortunately, the Leprechaun is not one of them. The only other time you might be able to see it is if you get really lucky on one of the Summoning Stones, the green or purple one. However, it is likely not available this week, or likely will not be available any week, because the chance it would actually be in there when you need it is very unlikely, since the rotation forward is super large. How's the shoulder? Oh yeah, it's been fine. Pretty much better now. I made sure to rest those few days so it wouldn't really be that bad. I had like a pretty bad, like, almost like feverish kind of thing for the one day. And then from there, kind of just damping down. But I made sure to rest the entire time, so pretty much by Friday night, I was pretty much back to normal. Which, honestly, the second shot wasn't as bad as the first one. Which probably because I made sure to do extra resting this time, because I knew how bad it was from the first shot. But it technically wasn't as bad as the first one, oddly enough. Probably because of the higher amount of resting. But wasn't as bad. Which is weird, because they were saying it'd be more intense, but yeah, it pretty much wasn't. Seemed about the same or easier. Let's finish out this last chest. Someone in chat even mentioned they vomited or something from it. Because it does give you pretty bad fever-like symptoms the day or two after. Yeah, I hate needles too. However, you don't even notice. It's like you don't even feel it. Like the very first shot, I didn't even realize they did it. Like it went in, went out, and I was like, oh wait, I already got jabbed. Yeah, I used to absolutely despise needles. Still not a fan of them. But that doesn't even feel like a needle. Like, it goes in so easy. Or maybe I've just gotten used to needles. Oh, nothing good in the last one. Well, we got a rainy at least. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be calling it a night. Don't forget, if you haven't gotten it already, make sure to go get this thing. I personally got it maxed. I would not advise doing the same. But if you want to, this is the first time Mask-Supial has ever been maxable. Because the first time it came out, they just gave us all a copy. So if you do want to get it maxed, this is the first time and the only time in like the next year or 2 or 3 that you'll be able to do so. It's not really that important that you do, but if you want to, it's around for the first time. But definitely make sure to get the free copy, of course. Don't forget to do that. You have like, what, 5 hours left? Aside from that, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're mostly going to be going over all the spoilers for the week and probably just do a bit more token grinding. Hopefully we'll get about 10 Nishas and 20 Andus as well, based on our luck so far this weekend. And we'll go from there. Just reading through the last chats. You got a first reaction the first time and nothing the second time. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget the other thing, event queue drop table. That legend's still in it. That new dragon will be covering the video tomorrow. Make sure to grab that if you didn't already, though I'm pretty sure everyone has grabbed it by now if you want to get it. And if not, you still have some time to get some event keys tomorrow and still grab it in time. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone.